Your Vitamix can crank out way better soup than you think it can. And this loaded baked potato soup is thick, hearty, and stupidly easy to make. And I'm going to show you how. So a lot of times when people make a Vitamix soup, they mistakenly add too much of something like an onion to it. And when you're making a soup raw, that's not exactly the best way to do it, because when it's raw, you're going to taste a lot of the onion. But in this case, we're making a loaded baked potato soup, which means we got to cook everything first. We got to boil everything. So I can use a whole onion with no problem. So because we're boiling the onions, we're also going to cut them into bite-sized pieces, because we're going to be using part of this for chewing on. That's going to be part of the chunky part of the soup. So I just cut it down a couple ways, and then we're going to make it small, bite-sized pieces like that. Toss it into the pan. Now celery, some of you may have some sad-looking celery that flops around like this, and that's okay. This is exactly what a Vitamix was made for, that you can just chop it up. And in this case, again, we're making bite-sized pieces. So I like to get rid of all these little stem type things. And then all we're going to do is slice the end off here, slice it down the center, just like that. And then just make bite-sized pieces. Into the pan. Now we can grab your carrot. We're going to do the same thing. But first, I'm going to chop it into a few sections here. I'm going to chop it right down the center, like this. So that way it doesn't roll away on me and slice my fingers off. Right down like that, and then bite-sized pieces. Into the pot. Just remember to keep the cauliflower as well into nice bite-sized pieces. It's okay if it's a little messy. Now I'm just going to cut the potatoes, and I'm not even going to peel them. A lot of people like to keep the peels on. I like it for extra texture, but feel free to peel them if you want. Now again, with potatoes, you might think this is a loaded baked potato soup, so why are you putting them into a pot that you're just going to boil all the vegetables in? And the answer is simple. I don't have time to do it the other way around. So if you feel that you want to bake the potatoes like the recipe suggests, feel free to do so. Last but not least, clove of garlic. Oh, there it goes. Crush it. Throw it into the pot. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take it over and fill this up with water. So bring it over to your sink. Cold water. Now that you've filled this up with water, we're going to let that boil for about 10 minutes. Okay, so this is where the magic happens. The Vitamix is going to be blending up all of this stuff for us. But unless you want potato flavored baby food, we're going to reserve some of this to make it chunky, so that way it's a hearty, good soup. Grab about a cup's worth of the mixture and put that aside. So the rest of this is going to go into here, but without the water. So that's why you keep using the spider and just keep spooning everything in here like this. And you've noticed that I have not used any seasonings at all so far. Just vegetables and water. That's all I've used. Now this is where people screw up a Vitamix soup every single time. I was a Vitamix demonstrator for many years, and every time people would come back and ask, how did you make your soup taste so good? And this is the key. Soup broth. It's not that hard. It's just a soup cube, soup broth. I like better than bouillon. It's the best. It's more of like a paste. And I like to use about, it says about a teaspoon per can of broth. So I'm going to put in, the recipe says to use approximately 2 to 3 bouillon cubes. So I'm going to put in about 2 to 3 little scoops of the bouillon, just like that. Now this doesn't require a lot of liquid or anything, because there's still a lot of liquid from the steam and the vegetables boiling in that water, but we're going to add a little bit of milk to make it nice and creamy. Now it's just a simple step of adding a lid and making sure the lid is on nice and tight, because if you don't, you will decorate the ceiling. Now this new machine has a soup button, which if you push that, it'll set it for 5 minutes. But since the soup is already hot, the vegetables are hot, I'm only going to run it for 2 minutes. So instead of doing this with the soup button, I'm just going to start manually. So we hit the button like this, and then crank it up to 10. So there you go, 2 minutes, and then we're done. Soup is finished. So remember that stuff that we reserved for making it chunky? That's where this is gonna come in. Now, the best way to do this to make sure it mixes all in there evenly is we're gonna take off the center part of the lid, and we're gonna start the machine on speed number 1. And you're gonna crank it up to maybe about 2 plus. And all you're gonna do is start dumping this stuff in through the top here, just like that. Look at that. There we go. Now that's a soup right there. Okay, so this is where the loaded baked potato part comes in. We're going to start off by adding some cheese. I got some marble shredded cheese. I prefer to have sharp cheddar, but hey, you work with what you got. And you know what, we're going to throw the whole thing in there. Then we add a nice big dollop of sour cream. Get some chopped bacon and sprinkle that all around. We'll add some green onion as well. Now this is the kind of soup that you don't even need a spoon. You just cut up a whole loaf of bread and eat it like that. Oh yeah. That's so good. I didn't even add any other seasonings. This is more than good enough. I know that this Vitamix soup is going to be one of your new favorite soups to make, and it's the most amazing comfort food for this time of year. So if you want more recipes like this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next week.